We've got a cracking encounter tomorrow as well. You know, the last 5-6 days in the IPL have produced thrillers every single day. And so we're getting spoiled. And I think there's no doubt that tomorrow's matchup between Bangalore and Delhi is going to be another cracker as well. This is going to be match number 20, played in Bangalore at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Should be a thriller, right? Goes without saying.
Good luck to the bowlers, that's all I say. I hope you enjoy going for plenty of runs. But certainly high-scoring affair, great ground for the batters. For Bangalore, Faf, 270 odds. He's looked good. He's come out of the blocks really fast. Maxwell, last game, 5 sixes. So he's humming along. But Bangalore still question marks over their death bowling, and maybe this is a chance potentially for Hasaranga to come in and kind of take over those middle overs potentially. So that means that the back end, they're not having to defend or kind of give away too many runs. They've taken some of the middle to top order of the opposition team out. So I think that's what Bangalore might potentially do.
Yeah, that's an interesting proposition, you know, potentially bringing in Hasaranga. Parnell played the last game, you had Willie playing the last game as well, and both of them having had decent performances. Who do you take out if you want to bring Hasaranga in?
It's tough. I'd probably go Wayne Parnell out, even though he's had an impact, because I think David Willey can give you something with the bat as well. So
yeah, I mean, they've got Virat who's gained some runs as well in the last game. I just think when I look back at their performance, we talk about it as a bit of a graveyard for the bowlers. The one person who kind of stood out for years there was Chahal, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that was a leg spinner who wasn't scared of small ground, went out the ground every once in a while, but wasn't scared of giving it a bit of a rip. There's been very few fast bowlers who've gone down there and gone, look at me, look what I can do on this pitch and be successful consistently. So you would think the likes of a Hasaranga would probably have more chance of being that success when you look at what you've seen in the past. Massive game for Delhi. I mean, 0 from 3. Things can really go pear-shaped if you lose another one. So they'll be very focused on trying to turn that around. And I think it's an opportunity because when you're in that situation, you understand the importance of not being able to lose again. If Bangalore push the right buttons in the last first 3 or 4 overs, 5 overs, whether they bat or bowl first, Delhi start to think, oh, here we go again. And that's the opportunity to pick up points. And when you get to the back end of the tournament, you often look down to the bottom and say it might be Delhi there. Those are the games you have to win. Those are your bankers where you have to get those 2 points when they're in the current state that they are.
Absolutely. And I mean, lots of concerns, lots of problems for Delhi. Mitchell Marsh, one positive. He's back after his marriage. Hopefully the festivities were good in Australia, and congratulations to Mitch Marsh and his wife. But of course, concerns up top with David Warner. He's been amongst the runs, but not quite been the same David Warner that we've seen. But the bigger problem is Prithvi Shaw not quite firing this season.
Yeah, he's not firing at all, and that's been the concern for the Delhi squad, is their Indian batters haven't fired. David Warner has been the lone soldier at the top and hasn't had many guys around him, wickets falling, so makes it very hard. So I think Mitch Marsh coming back in will help, though he has got some peach of deliveries. My only concern was, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, Aaron Finch came a little bit late to the IPL. He was playing for Kolkata. He got a duck and duck, so straight after the wedding. So I hope, Mitch Marsh, you don't get a duck. You did get a gold in the first game of the IPL. Well, hopefully that's out of the way and you can score some runs.
I still remember last season, Devin Conway had a bubble wedding. He got married in the CSK bubble at the Trident Hotel, and the match that he played following his wedding was one in which he scored like a 90 odd or something, and he dedicated his man of the match award to his wife as well. So who knows, you know, might just end up being the case with Mitch Marsh as well.
Just worried about the Aussies.
For reasons we won't get into. But we'll take a look at Delhi squad again, and of course lots of foreigner options, but Polly, if you had to pick your combination of 4 foreigners, assuming Mitchell Marsh is ready, he comes in and you select him, which 4 foreigners would you end up picking?
Yeah, I like the fizz. I like Nokia, and I would probably go Marsh and Warner, to be honest. Rovman, Powell, you know, they've tried Rousseau, they've tried Powell. None of them have really set the world alight. And the fact that you've got an Australian captain, Australian coach, and they've seen what the best of Mitchell Marsh, haven't they, over the years? So they kind of know what he's about. Whether they change it for this game or maybe just because he's come back, give him another game to settle back in. But I think those would be my four. I think bowling-wise, those two have got lots of experience. Nortje, he can create wicket opportunities even on a small ground on that surface. The Fizz has got some nice skills to him. But I also think Warner hasn't been able to play with the freedom he wants. Lisa's right, he keeps losing wickets around him. And when you're just a player, you kind of think, oh, well, it doesn't matter, I'll carry on going. When you're the captain, you're going, oh, well, we have to post something to give myself a chance.
Yeah.
So it kind of maybe puts the shackles on you because of that extra responsibility. So if Mitchell Marsh can go away and smash it. And as a captain too, you do know your players and you know who you kind of depend on. So when you look around and you see Mitchell Marsh, you think, well, I've played in the Aussie camp, I've seen what he's done.
Yeah.
I think I can more depend on him than maybe the other two. It might influence the decision.
I do think actually Chinnaswamy is one ground that could certainly get Prithvi Shaw
Back
and
in
David
form.
Warner and all of those guys, because the ball just flies around.
Yeah.
So those miss hits, those half hits, those top edges, they go for six, luck's on your side, and away you go. So if Delhi are to turn around their season, I think it has to be this game at Chinnaswamy. If they can't get runs on the board, if their batters can't score the boundaries, then there's real concerns, I think.
So you mentioned Prithvi Shaw. Are you indirectly hinting at the fact that he's your player to watch out for tomorrow?
Sure, let's go with that. If you'd like me to do that, sure, let's go. He has to get runs.
Sure.
No,
Sure.
don't.
I saw what you were doing. I saw what you were doing.
Here's my obligatory chuckle.
What about? I think there must be a little bit of frustration. Manish Pandey. I mean, the amount of places he's
Manish
been.
Pandey and Sarfraz Khan.
Yeah.
Two players that just, especially Sarfraz Khan, scores so many runs at Ranji Trophy. Just comes to the IPL, I think that 1 year for Bangalore, and then everything else has been nothing. But same with
I
Manish
must be a little bit frustrated about it.
So your picks from Delhi and your picks from Bangalore?
I'm going Mitchell Marsh
Mitch Marsh from Delhi.
because I want to see how he goes once he's got married. So he's my performer of the day.
I'm going to go Aksar.
Aksar.
Yeah, I think whilst his batting is going well, I think he's only picked up 1 wicket. So he needs to have a bit more of an impact with the ball. Maybe there's an opportunity for him, and we spoke about the last game, him just coming up the order as well, potentially. But he's one guy to look out for.
And then for Bangalore, after not defending what they had on the board the other day, I think they are going to bring Hasaranga.
Yeah, he's
And
my man to
therefore,
watch.
I also want to watch him. I want to see how he goes. Chahal's been the most successful bowler there. I'm thinking he can do a Chahal job for them tomorrow.